Hello and welcome back to this conference. My name is Jai Bristow and I'm one of your hosts. And today I am very pleased to be welcoming back the wonderful Jimanekia Eborn. Jimanekia is a queer sexual assault and trauma expert, a trauma media consultant, and the host of the Trauma Queen podcast. Welcome, Jimanekia.
Hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening, all of them. Hello.
Hello. So thank you so much for being here. And on this conference, obviously, we talk a lot about trauma healing. So should we just start right off? What are your thoughts on trauma healing?
Yes, let's start spicy. I think that I look at trauma in different ways than some people. I believe that there's always a lot of comparison of like my trauma is more intense than yours, or I don't want to call it this. I think anyone is allowed to call the trauma that has affected their life the trauma that has affected their life, right? Like, I think words mean things, and I think that's really important for some people to label it. Um, here's the part that I think people go, wait, what? I'm like, I really think we need to take healing off of this pedestal. And I've had this conversation. You will probably hear me have this conversation over and over, but it's because I think it's so important that most of us put healing on this pedestal and we're constantly checking in on what other people are doing. Well, I saw they read this book, it has to help. I saw they did this type of therapy, it has to help. When in reality, we are all different people. We might have similar traumas. I have been raped. You might have also been raped. Does that mean we have the same experience? Absolutely not. For many reasons. And so when we're constantly looking back at what other people are doing and how other people are healing, that is where we're actually harming ourselves. So what if we actually took healing off of a pedestal and we go, hey, this is where I'm at today. Today, it might be hard to get out of bed. Tomorrow, you might thrive. And so that is the varying difference of taking it off of the pedestal, is allowing yourself to exist wherever you need to exist. If you're constantly trying to push yourself way further than you need to, are you ever going to actually exist where you are? Now, it doesn't say that you shouldn't push yourself out of your comfort zone. Yeah, growth comes in uncomfortable spaces. As cheesy as it sounds, it's realistic. But also being realistic is that today you can't get out of bed except to go to the bathroom and maybe order some food. And I don't want people to get into, or I want them to get out of the idea of, I have been working on this so long that I should already be fixed. The idea of fixed also, I think, is extremely dangerous because it's not real. Trauma lives within us. We may learn how to navigate it. We may learn how to have a different kind of toolkit, but it doesn't take away from what has happened to us. No matter how much EMDR and how much meditation and yoga classes and silent retreat, I've done it all. I'm really just talking about myself. It doesn't mean that the harm that has happened to me will ever leave me, but it does mean that today I'm so aware that I'm like, I needed to stay in bed an extra 20 minutes before I came to have this conversation. And I have a mix of certain teas that I like that will allow me to be present, right? Like, I have learned the things that still allow me to show up the ways that I need to, but it doesn't take away from anything. So that's my start of this convo. Just kick the door open of let's change some things.